This is my first trip to Honduras. I've always wanted to go. It never worked out in my schedule. Although God loves mission work, Satan surely does not. So I knew that he would do everything he could to put all kind of obstacles in my way, but never fully understood the ramifications of that till about a week before the trip. There was everything in the world why I shouldn't go. My kids got sick, personal things were going on, all kinds of just really reasons that I shouldn't go. And I even toyed with the idea of maybe this just wasn't meant to be. And my husband looked at me and he said, "You're going." I've never witnessed it. You can hear stories and you can see pictures, and my dad's been 5 times, and I've looked at every picture and I've listened to all of his stories, but until you go and see it for yourself, you don't know the impact that it will have on your life. So we were in the van going to Euro, and the first thing that struck me was on the side of the road there were these 2 little boys that were about my boy's age, and of course I'm like a kid myself, looking out the window, my hands all on the side of the window looking, and they had machetes in their hand. And me as a teacher, as a parent, my first instinct was to be like, "Oh, they're running around with machetes in their hands, stop the van, let's get out, why, where are their parents?" But I would soon learn from Luis that that was their job. Their job was to use the machete and the stick and cut the grass on the road. And it probably took, Luis said, a month or 2 months worth of salary for the dad to be able to buy those boys a machete to work. So the machete was not some little toy that they happened upon. It was a tool that they used to work. So that was my first impression, just knowing that I would never have my sons with machetes in their hands. I could not stick a pill down a baby's throat and watch a baby cry as you give them something that's going to save their life. But God can do that. And for the only thing I can tell you is that day, the first day, I went there fully prepared to be the teacher and teach those kids and have a great kids service, and it was good. We did good, but I was needed at that particular point that day to do that. And so all I can tell you is that was probably the first experience, and I've been a Christian since I was 10. I won't tell you how old I am, but I've been a Christian for a long time. That was the first time that I can tell you that I honestly felt God work through me. Because as I looked at that little baby in my arm, and I thought, I can't do this. And I heard Alma behind me, and she said, "Christi, just pray." Something so simple, just pray. And I just closed my eyes and I just prayed, and I said, "God, you've got to do this because I cannot." And it was I won't say it was the easiest thing, but it went right down. There's no way that I could have done that. That's the thing that I think that sometimes I get really overwhelmed about, that God, you love me enough to use me. I know you want to use Greg or, somebody that's a pastor, but you want to use me. Being at their church and witnessing the love of Jesus that they feel there, and how they're completely content with cinder block walls, a roof over their head, holes, openings for windows with bars on them, a few ceiling fans, a keyboard, a couple of singers, and they worship like I have never witnessed before. They love our God. I don't know if this is pertinent, but just today, like when Mason and Kay were opening up their birthday presents and they were getting all this money, and they'd open up the card, look at it, put the money aside, I think it was a fly. I don't know if it just changes your life. When you come back, you don't look at anything the same anymore.